Dustin DeCrew. I'm at the Alaska Guide Creations booth. These guys make a phenomenal binocular harness. Among other things, I've actually been able to use one for I think 3 seasons now since I met Zach at actually the Western Expo in Salt Lake City. So they've got a couple new additions. I'll let Zach talk about it, but
yeah,
what do you got?
So basically, we launched the pistol holster this year, and the nice thing about it is, one, it's ambidextrous. So if you unsnap the back, it's a MOLLE connection with some heavy-duty snaps. You can go right hand, left hand, whatever you want to do. You can connect it to your Bino pack with the gatekeeper. The gatekeeper slides, sorry, that's a little bit of a mess with the harness in front, but the gatekeeper slides behind your female buckle, keeps it from going up under your armpit or whatever.
Right.
Also, you can throw it on a belt, on your backpack belt, on basically anything with 2-inch webbing or less.
So like
if
you open this up, and this is what you call the gatekeeper, right?
Yep.
So you can open this up. I'm not very good at doing it. You can go ahead and pop it.
So yeah, all you do is you press it together, and it slides right off. Now the male end of the harness has been slid through the belt, but this can go on anything you want.
Right. I mean, you could put it on a belt, like your regular belt.
Absolutely.
The belt on your pack.
You can throw
chest pack.
And same thing, right hand, left hand. It's a 2-piece design that allows you to use the same item to go right hand, left hand. Any compact or some subcompact pistol, as well as many revolvers.
Right.
As long as the front of the barrel to the front of the grip, 6 inches or less.
Okay.
So one size fits most.
Okay. And then I just see some stuff back here. We got some different camo patterns, some color options. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so we partnered with Mossy Oak last year,
right?
And they're a phenomenal partner. So we brought on their flagship pattern, the Mossy Oak Breakup Country.
Okay.
We also brought on the original Bottomland, which is like, the story is the founder of Mossy Oak came into this company and he brought dirt and leaves and sticks and threw it on the ground. It's like, I want that.
Right.
And that's really the original camo that Mossy Oak ever made. And what it really is it's a digital.
Sure.
Even though it's from the 70s, just like our packs, like it's a digital.
Right.
And so, yeah, it really matches with just about anything.
It's cool, and like retro is cool, right?
Absolutely.
So, and it's but no, like you can take it from me. There's a cell phone pocket or holder. You can actually put whatever you want to up here, but I've stuck rangefinder in it. I usually use the front pocket with the tether. That's awesome.
Yeah.
But phones, I stuck the milkweed, so you pull it out, use it as your wind indicator.
And it slides right in. It's really, it doesn't matter what size phone you have. The heavy duty elastic.
Yep.
Whether you have a phone scope on it or whether you don't, it just slides right in. It's secure.
Yep. And then this is so I know, because I'm a male, right? And so usually when I get things, I just throw all the paperwork away, which that's not necessarily the best idea. That little piece of paper tells you what to do with this long tether, right? So while I had my rangefinder tethered on to here, I had it wrapped around here. This is actually, that's what this is for. So you put your rangefinder on this, keep it in your pocket. So when you're stalking or whatever the case is and you range something, you just hang your rangefinder instead of trying to put it back in the pocket. So that's an awesome idea. I applaud you guys for that. But there's a lot of cool stuff here.
And it makes it where you really customize the length. Where if we put a clip on the end, you're really set with your distance.
Yep.
Where you're like, hey man, I'm only 5'2" or whatever. And
sure.
Cut it to the length you want, tie it up, and you're good to go. Where like I said, if we did a functional or like a solid mount, then you're stuck with the length. And this tether is actually what designates the tension on the top of your pack.
Right.
So you can choose, you can customize it and make it fit what you like.
Yep. And the cool part about these Bino packs too, I mean, obviously, mine as an outfitter, we use it literally hundreds of days a year, right? And it's bulletproof. But there's all these cool pockets that are actually, they're not just pockets, they're functional, right? So like in here, I generally put like rubber gloves, blades, knife, right?
Yep. Headlamp.
Yep, headlamp. I always put my headlamp in the side because it's small, you know, but there's a pocket in the back where I always keep my licenses or my pin for signing licenses, that kind of stuff.
Yep.
But it's really cool. It's a whole system that's super effective, whether you're a tree stand hunter or a spot and stock Western guy. Either way, it all works. So
absolutely, yeah. Cool. I mean, exactly what you just said. I throw my elk reeds on one side, my windicator on one side, knife and headlamp on the bottom, rangefinder, binoculars, phone. I mean, and you can customize it whatever you want.
Sure. So
you know, everyone's a little different, and you just do what you want, but it allows you to put all your necessities.
Mm-hmm. You can shoot your bow while you're wearing this pack. Like people will ask that question just because it's a little bit more of a rigid style.
Absolutely.
pack.
So that's like the number one question we get is, hey, is it going to affect my draw? Is it going to affect? I shoot traditional like recurves, or I shoot a compound. Like, is it going to get in the way? And the answer is no. One. When you draw, your anchor point's basically center mass. You know, you're right behind your ear, your jaw, center mass. Your string goes forward as it goes down.
Right.
And one of the images we actually have on the back of our booth.
Oh yeah.
You see that you're like 4 or 5 inches away from your pack, even shooting at a downhill angle, which would be more obtrusive. The pack doesn't get in your way. I mean, you draw, you anchor where most, like 90% of people anchor, and your string's moving forward as it goes down, and it's beyond your body before it ever gets to the level of your pack.
Yeah, then the string angle comes from your face to essentially down here, so it doesn't ever. And I've shot, I don't know, a lot of animals wearing this pack with a bow.
Well, and every time I practice shoot, I always have my pack on.
Right.
Just because, one, I want to check where I'm hitting, especially when I start getting distance, and I want my range. Like, I want to know exactly I'm at 50 yards or 60 yards.
I'm with you.
So and it just becomes natural, and it becomes something you don't want to go out into the woods without it.
Right. Let me ask you, and we'll wrap this up, but does the actual pack have a name?
Yeah, so depending on the style you get, every pack has a different name based on the size of the binoculars.
Okay.
So you have the Denali, which is for your 1556, big binoculars.
Yep.
Then you have your Classic, which is the original, and it fits almost everything.
Okay.
Up to a 1250, all your range binos, everything like that fits in the Classic.
Okay.
Then you have your Classic with the Max. Anything that's designated Max has the bottom pocket.
Okay, so the Max is the bottom pocket.
Yep.
So if you're going and you're like, I know I want the bottom pocket, make sure that you're searching for the Max.
Yep, whatever size binoculars you have, and then add the Max.
Okay.
Then you have your Cub Max, Cub, Hybrid Max, Hybrid, and the Hybrid is simply a combination of the Cub and the Kiss.
Okay.
You have your front pocket, but then you also have mesh sides. So you have the front pocket of the Cub, you have the mesh sides of the Kiss. That's why it's the Hybrid.
Gotcha.
Same thing. Everything, the Cub, the Hybrid, and the Kiss, up to 1042s.
Okay.
As long as the roof prism. You know, you start getting that poor old prism, you're going to have some different dimensions.
Got it.
And then you have your stalker, clips in, hydration pack that connects right to your bundle pack.
Right. So these packs are made 100% in the USA. Your price range, depending on which size binoculars you need, will range from $95 to $115. You get free shipping in the United States if you use the code MOOSE. So that's it?
Absolutely.